Hello. So, if you guys haven't seen Weapons, I think it's already out of theaters. I don't know. It was in theaters a little bit ago, but I don't think it's in theaters anymore. Um, it's a horror movie, and it was scary. There was a lot happening in this movie, and a whole lot of questions unanswered throughout the movie. There was just so many questions I had, and they weren't getting answered for a while. So Weapons starts. I don't know if you want to watch the movie. Don't listen to this part. If you do, if you don't care, listen. So the movie Weapons. It's based in this random town. I don't even think they give us the town name or anything. I don't remember if they gave the town name, but it starts with this kid. He's talking about how everyone in this town, the kids had fun, they were all playing, this and that. Then one day, the kids they didn't show up at school, so like in a regular elementary school classroom, there's about 16-ish kids. Well, of 16 kids, 15 just one night went missing. Just gone, poof. Well, not poof. All these kids, they walked out of their houses. For some reason, they walked out of their houses. It was 2 a.m. on the dot, basically 2 a.m. These kids, all at the same time, they left their house. They left. They said, "Bye, people. Hello, hello." I'm doing a movie story time, but yeah, hello. I don't want to keep interrupting I want to get down to what happened in this movie because it was crazy. We're doing a Weapons review of the movie Weapons. So, where were we? So, all these 15 kids, they left their houses all at the same time, 2 a.m. Just, they all just walked out of their houses. No shoes on, whatever clothes they were wearing when they were sleeping, didn't matter. They all. What? I don't know. What? What are you? I don't know what that means. But these kids, they all left their houses at the same time. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but they left the house all at the same time. And that's where we start the movie at, is in one classroom, 15 kids, they left. No words, no plans to run away from home together. Parents didn't find any suspicious activities in their bedrooms. Nothing. They just left. And parents were furious at the cops, the teacher, because this girl, she's a teacher. She teaches in this class, and it's only her class that left. And they're like, "Hey, girl, why did all the kids leave in your class? No one else's class, and there was one kid left. What did you do?" They were calling her a witch and doing all this stuff to her. They're like, "You're a witch. The kids are gone. You're a witch." They were writing "witch" on her door of her car, all this stuff, and there was no answers as to where these kids could have gone because the security cameras in all these houses only caught the kids leaving. It didn't catch where they were going. It didn't catch anything. It just caught these kids woke up and they just left the house. And they were gone. They've been gone for I'd say maybe a month, maybe a couple weeks. it didn't give like a full timeline as to when they were gone, but they were gone. They've been gone for a long time. That's where the movie starts us at, is these kids, they've been gone for a long time, and the parents are going crazy because they're like, where's my kid? All this stuff. So, this movie gives us like basically a view of different characters in the movie. Do I remember their names? Absolutely not. I don't remember their names. I just kind of remember their faces. So it starts off following the main teacher's life. Like, what is she up to? Is she the reason these kids left? Is she the reason they went missing? Because it was all her classroom. She's the teacher. Like, parents were thinking, was she having relationships with the kids, like inappropriate ones? They didn't know. There were no answers, and she was the only adult that had anything to do with these kids. So we get a quick glimpse into this teacher's life, and it shows you this teacher, she's kind of a mess. She's kind of a mess. Like, no offense to her, yes, it's a big issue that kids are going missing from their classroom, but like, in her life, she's having an affair with this cop, and this cop is married, and he's having an affair with her, and she knows he's married. So we get that picture of like, this teacher, she's not really moral. She's having affairs left and right, while the children in her classroom are still disappeared, nowhere to be found. So you're like, did she have something to do with it? Since she's like sticking around with this guy. So yeah, we take a look into her life. She has a drinking problem. She's sleeping with this cop in this town who is married, and his wife is trying to have a baby. The wife calls him every day and it's like, hey, my eggs, they're doing stuff. My eggs are getting ready. And that's where we're at with this main teacher. And this is the teacher. She looks like she's like a girl in her like mid 20s to early 30s. Yeah, that's what she looks like. So in this movie, this teacher, she's having nightmares. Like, she's having nightmares of basically her being in the room with all the students. They raise their heads and they're doing like creepy smile like this. Like this. They're making a creepy smile. Like, she's having these visions. She's having these nightmares. So we're like, is this girl a witch? Like, is she the reason these kids are disappearing? We'll see. So the movie then is like, shows her doing all her cheating, doing all this. Then it cuts to someone else. So like, with each character they're showing in this movie, they're showing like their name, like Toby, like Mark, Paul, Alex, and you're like, who are these people? Because they show their names first, and then they show different scenes with these specific characters, like in their thoughts. So obviously with her name first, because she's the teacher, she's the one everyone is accusing, which I don't blame them. Because it really seems like you would think she knew what was going on. So yeah, she's off cheating. Then basically parents keep coming up to her and are like, you're the reason my kid's missing, and like they keep having these like school hall meetings with these kids, parents, and the principal's like, we're trying our best, like the police are trying their best to find your kids, like calm down. And the parents are all like, it's her, it's that teacher, did you even look into her? Like, that's what they're saying, like, did you even look into this lady? Like, she's got a DUI, she's having an affair. Like, they're like, did you even look into this lady? And that's what the parents are asking, which is valid. and no questions. And you see the police in this town, they're pretty chill. Like, they're not, in my opinion, I felt like these police, they weren't even looking for these kids, really. Like, they said they were looking for them, but it didn't show many scenes of them being like, where are the kids? Like, I think they gave up. That's what it felt like in the beginning. It felt like the police, they're not doing their work. They're not even like looking into stuff. They're not asking enough people. Like, they're not. Yeah, they're just not interrogating enough people like that. So you're definitely like, what's going on? So. And sorry if I jump around, because the movie jumped around. Like, the whole movie was jumping around, so that's why I'm like, there was so much jumping around within this movie that, like, you really had to be watching to follow along, because it went from one person to the next person. So they showed the teacher's life. The next person they showed is one of the parents. He's this dad. And he seems like one of the parents that's like, I'm ready to find my kids. Like, he seemed like he was doing more searching and more research, like, on, like, where these kids could be. Because he kept looking at his security footage, asking other parents if he could look at the security footage. Like, he was doing so much. More than the police seemed like they were doing. I forgot what the dude's name was. Doesn't matter. He was just one of the parents that... Yeah, he was just watching. He was just one of the parents that was just like, I just need to find my kid. Where's my kid? So he even went up to the teacher, like, at a gas station, and was like, hey, like, he was starting to question her, because he's like, why you? Why your classroom? He was asking her all these questions, and this was part of his investigation. So he was investigating